So, I was trying this mod out called Sunken City. It's like an RPG in Warcraft 3, but man, they've kept it up to date with like all of the current Warcraft lore. It's pretty great. So it's 3 players, right? They have 3 different kinds of hero pools you can choose from. Like you could have one as like an intelligence one as an agility one, and one as a strength one. But once you kind of summon that character, you're locked in. So, you know, you've got to choose carefully. From what I understand, all the heroes are built to be viable in any combination. It scales, so if you have 3 people in it's, you know, harder, but, you know, appropriate. If you've got one, it's easier, but, you know, there's only one of you. Years ago, the night elven city of Calesia thrived in peace and harmony. Led by the benevolent King Ferric and his beloved wife Queen Elise, the city prospered. But peace and harmony did not last. For the Legion's arrival would bring the city to ruins. The true defeat, however, came from within. It was betrayal, jealousy, and ultimately love that brought it to the ruins that remain today. Oh, by the way, this is completely skippable. You press escape and it into the game.
Chieftain, we're under attack! Death to the Suns!
So, you choose your difficulty. I'm going to do easy, because it's really hard. And you've got a certain amount of lives, so I'm only going to be able to die 40 times, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not going to play in heroic mode, because, you'll see. Right. Because I'm playing single player, I've received control of a grunt. So there's me extra dude.
Loktar!
I'm going to need that, I think, because it's designed to be played by at least 2 to 3 people. There's your intelligence heroes, so Grant, you know, you'll love your shaman. Your druid. Your blood elf priest. Your blood elf mage. Troll witch doctor. The warlock. And the necromancer. And I've got no idea what any of them do. Undead rogue. Blood elf hunter. Ice Lancer, which I guess is just a mage in it. Windmaster, a Blood Elf Demon Hunter, a Siren, and they can swim. It's a sunken city for a reason, and a Berserker. You've got your Warrior, your Paladin, your Death Knight, which is the one I'm going to pick. Monks, it's, you know, amazing. The Tinkerer, I think he gets like loads of mechanical goblin army stuff. Dragon Sentinel, and the Tide Warrior, who can also swim. So there you go. There are puzzles and stuff. I'll show you in a sec, but it's pretty great.
I have returned.
They all use custom models. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but they are
I'll do what I must.
For
right.
What they're running.
By any
the
means
new patch,
necessary.
it was, like from 1.29 onwards, they released a lot of restrictions around the whole Warcraft reprogramming, and like, this is about 17 megabytes, which sounds little, but back in the day, they would only let you have 4, so it's like, you know, 4 times the size of the map, and then some. You'll notice as well that the icons are all from World of Warcraft. So I could actually have Death Grip, like an actual Death Knight. Unholy Fury works a bit differently, but it's been the one I've been using because it actually does a lot of damage. And Blood Strike obviously gives healing back. You seem to use your health as the actual resource with this one. So I cast spells, it does bad things. This, in return though, uses my mana to regenerate hit points quite quickly. So the higher level I get, the
Stay out of my way.
Look at that. This is how you get quests, because it's quest based, right? So we've got to find a missing scout. And I'll be honest, this quest has ended 2 different ways so far.
By any means
So there's
necessary.
randomization that happens. This is your talent tree, because this game has talents, right? Like, there's so much about it I don't actually understand, because I've just picked it up and there doesn't seem to be anywhere to read about it. There's a Discord channel and there are some questions there. So hopefully if you ever get interested in playing this again, I'll send you a copy. So I'm gonna get Blood Feast, because I was playing around and it's the only way I can survive. It restores hit points when I hit things. Oh no, it was Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead is the one I'm gonna get. Because at the moment I don't deal with damage. It gives me a 35% chance to summon ghouls in 10 seconds, which helps because it just means there's something else, you know, to hit. Outbreak takes 100% faster, so I think it just does more damage. Breath of Sindragosa, 18% chance to send forth a frost-breathing worm that deals 40 damage and a 5% maximum health, and mana scaling to all enemies in its path. So it's 40 damage plus extra. Bone Shield. Whenever I use Blood Strike, it gives me a Bone Shield for 6 seconds, which reduces damage taken by 10%, and increases effectiveness of healing type effects from here. So I'm actually playing a tank, so you know, if you were playing a priest, or you know, like a healing type character, I'd actually benefit from playing this style. You can have up to 3 of these, which unlock as you play and level up. Unholy Pact increases the damage and health costs by 20, so actually it will kill me faster if I take this one this early. Reduces damage taken while by 25% while below 30% health, which is good, but I don't have enough hit points for that to matter. Each tick of Outbreak has a 6% chance to spread, and then each point of mastery increases that chance by a little bit. I found Fortitude, your attacks have 5% chance to freeze the attacker for 1.5 seconds. Every time you freeze an enemy, you restore 5% of maximum mana, which is actually really useful and really amazing for tanking. I'm just not living that long. Blood Feast restores hit points based on attack. So, like, if I fight, if I had more hit points, I'd play more like Mordekaiser from League of Legends, I think. Or maybe just Yi with the side. Frost Strike replaces Outbreak with Frost Strike, which is damaging type ability that deals 50 damage with 5% maximum damage, maximum health scaling, and a 30% maximum mana scaling. So the more I have, the more damage it deals to the target for 1.5 seconds. And I can reset them. So, you know, I can get rid of Army of the Dead. You'll notice you have another character you control, which is the Invisible Backpack, which allows me to roll on items, pass on items. It holds 6 slots, so I can effectively hold up to 12 items instead of just 6 on the character. Instead of the juggle around on the character, I can juggle around with the inventory. It explains sort of what the combat text does, and I can transfer items to people and other backpacks and things. So there you go.
How will this benefit me?
Got a ship screwed. We've got to find the missing goblins, and we'll get other tasks along the way. Yay! This is the shop. So the Anchor of Reincarnation, after a 7-second delay, resurrects you back to life with 500 health, but it costs 2 of these crystal things that I assume I'll find elsewhere. I think that's, what do they call it, lumber. They've created a Magic Find. So Magic Find increases the drop rate. So you can increase your stats if you spend money and objective. You could get a Scroll of Experience that helps you level up. Talisman of the Forest gives you an extra fighter, so you've got an extra unit to control. And he's got Command Aura, Howl of Terror, who's a warrior. And he's got Nourish, Thornzor, and Tangling Ritsu is more of a support. Obviously, Health Potion, whole Scroll of Healing rather, restores obviously health to everyone. Potion of Life as a percentage. Clarity Potion, Mana Potion. It's pretty good actually.
You have an idea.
Right. So, me and the grubs.
Don't waste my time.
Because they're pretty tough.
I'll do what I
Level 1
must.
monsters. Gonna use a spell.
Time to die. Stay out of my way.
Oh, I don't think I was talent now.
This one is mine. I'll do what I must. None can oppose me. Vanquish the weak.
There we go.
Of course.
Dying.
I await
I
your
didn't know
counsel.
when you played single player that you got a friend.
What you want?
So I actually got royally screwed over. Out of
You call on me.
And the ghouls are literally the only things that.
Don't waste my time.
I think as well, the ghouls leave a corpse behind that the necromancer can use. So there's a good synergy between the Death Knight and the Gachi. I think saving's broken on Battle.net, so I've been playing single player because, you know, that's just how it goes. Something about pressing escape. Alright, so when you press escape, it opens up a stat menu, because obviously in Warcraft, it's F10 to get the menu instead of, you know, what it normally is. So I can choose what I was going to do. I have no idea what I should be going for in this. Extra health sounds lovely, but obviously 30 is like, it's not even a hit, you know? Mana, I don't use it, I think. Like, it's to regen hit points, so, you know, mana regen. Attack speed's probably really useful. Mastery, I'm not sure what it does. But they added mastery into the game, guys! Like, come on. Like, whew. Flat damage bonus would be nice, but, you know, it's not going to do a lot. Pet damage, it increases it by a tiny amount, and I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I'm going to go for attack speed.
I
Plan
await
being
your
if I hit
counsel.
more often, then I deal more damage faster, right?
You
As
call
you can
on
see, I'm
me.
enjoying health at a stupidly crazy
Yes?
rate,
How will this
purely
benefit
because I haven't
me?
used the empowering weapon. So passively it drains my mana until it, you know, gives me health. So it keeps me alive a lot longer, which is good because I use my magic as, you know, was it escape? So okay, I'm going to click on. Do I have another one? No, I don't. Okay. Customization menu, right? F8, right? So you get these runes, right? So here's the mastery. So every point in mastery increases the damage dealt by my damaging type effects by 0.3%. I've got the talents menu, which is what you saw before from, you know, the ghost, the Gachi. I've got offensive glyphs. So I have 15% chance to grant me 40% attack speed for 5 seconds. Increases my damage by 15%, but I take more damage. All of my units, right? Not just me, but like everything I control takes 10% more damage. Your spellcaster with 20% chance to call down lightning strikes from the sky. 35 to spell damage plus 180% primary attribute scaling to all enemy units within 600 range, which is pretty great actually. Whenever your hero or summons deal damage, there's a 3.5% to cause the enemy flesh to explode, dealing 20 damage increased by an amount equal to 140% of primary attribute damage to nearby players. I don't know if that's a direct number, if I had like 140 like strength or whatever it is, I'd do 160 damage. Or, you know, that'd be cool. Glyph Hellfire, deal 3 spell damage and an additional amount equal to 4 times your hero level, so at the moment deal more than 7 damage. It'll do more damage to things, 100% damage. That's pretty good. Grants you critical strike and increases the damage dealt by critical strike by a fair amount. Increases the damage dealt by all types. Cool. Now, the defensive one is what I'm going after. Particularly this one, it increases my health regeneration by 2 and 2% of missing health. So the more hurt I am, the more I heal, which is the only way I've been surviving. And I say it's the only way I've been surviving because I've only made it to this bit.
I'll do what I must.
I open the door and then
Of course.
I decided to make this video because I'd like to play with you.
Stay out of my way.
Our peon is dead. And
right.
That means I've got to take the blood-stained lumber bundle.
Stay out of my way.
So one of the things is, right,
By any
you've got to
means
investigate.
necessary.
This is a hint, right? So if I
I'll do what I must.
using the thing, lush vegetation surrounds you. Many of the nearby structures have been deformed or entirely covered.
Of course.
See,
Right.
this place is old.
Stay out of my way. I'll do what I must.
There's a puzzle here. Approaching the small causes them to shine and leave behind them.
Of course.
And I have gained an object of strength. My strength has gone up by a little bit. I think it's by a point. But because it has, I've increased my hit points, and I've increased the regeneration, and I've increased my damage by like a whole.
You have an idea.
Number.
Stay out of my way. Right. None can oppose me.
Hey, this has changed as well.
Of
I've
course.
seen in other mods like this that there's actually been what are they called?
I'll do what I must. Vanquish the weak.
I'm gonna die.
Stay out of my way. I await your counsel.
They drop these blood globes,
Right.
which necromancers, from what I saw, could get
By
special
any
bonuses.
means
And I don't know if you
necessary.
noticed, but there's something very strange.
Stay out of my way.
Which, if you see something strange,
Right.
investigate it, right? You know, like
Stay
literally
out
use
of
your
my
ability.
way.
An eerie feeling fills you as you approach the entrance, which is centuries
Right.
old. And it'll tell you, the door is sealed by a mechanism. Use the inspectability of your hero
I'll do what I
on
must.
potential clues to help you find a
By
way to
any
open the door.
means
So, you
necessary.
know, you could think, oh, is this something?
Right.
No, because it doesn't.
Of course. Stay out of my way.
Obviously, there's a little bit of a cooldown on it, but it's just.
By
so
any
cool.
means necessary.
So I investigate this strange thing. You elevate the switch that was covered in roots. And hear the entrance gate.
You have an
The
idea.
modders have left you a message.
Stay out of my way.
That's the thing. Actually, I wanted to see. By the way, you can see there's dungeons and stuff, right? So you don't have to do them, but you can. You can go back and get some
You
experience.
call on me.
Which I will do in a sec.
By any means necessary.
Oh god.
Stay out of my way. Right.
Yeah, this is working out better. It was impossible the way I was playing it before. Maybe I just which is also a likely ability. Oh yeah, I don't know if you noticed, it's displaying hit points because that's the setting that's in the new 1.9. They're getting you ready for the StarCraft stuff.
I await your counsel.
So he's gonna. Oh,
Don't waste my time.
I'll take the blood globe then. That's okay.
Stay out of my way.
Look at it. Oh, there's a
You
resurrection
have an
stone.
idea. By
We'll
any
respawn there,
means
you know,
necessary.
40 times if you die.
Right. By any means necessary. Don't waste my time.
Miracle Huntsman. It's good, this. It's
You have an idea. Of course.
I'm actually having to use my abilities like shortcuts for everything as well.
Stay out of my way. By any means necessary. How will this benefit me? Wake up. Time
But
to
I mean, you know, we
die.
could set this up with Evolve. If you
Don't
still got
waste
that,
my
you know, still
time.
got it, you know,
I'll do what I must.
heal everybody up.
Stay out of my way. You have an idea. Right. Of course. Vanquish the weak.
Why not break the achievement shop? What could possibly go
How
wrong?
will this benefit me?
There's an increase to our agility. Oh, what does agility do? Increases our armor by a little bit. Increases our attack speed by 0.5%. So that's actually double what it normally is in the normal game, but
None
here's what's
can
going on.
oppose me. By
Attack
any
speed is more
means
better, right?
necessary.
Especially if we get an ability.
I'll do
Like
what I
every time you
must.
do damage, you get a bit of health back.
Stay out of my way.
Master?
You have an idea.
Very fast, we stay very alive.
I'll do what I must. Right.
Oh shit, I'm gonna run.
Of
I'm running.
course.
I'm running.
Stay out of my way. Right. You call on me?
Okay.
Huh?
You have an idea? Stay out of my way.
This is
Of
where death creep,
course.
right? So it basically
Right.
feels like I'm playing a proper World of
Stay
Warcraft
out of
dungeon,
my way.
but it's vanilla because you know it's difficult. So
I'll do
I'm
what
gonna
I
track around
must.
these dudes. I'm gonna track around.
Stay out of my way.
Get murdered. It's okay.
By any means necessary.
That's a sexy term of agility. They are leveled up. We've gained a skill point. Oh yeah, what am I gonna get? I'm gonna get Bloodstrike.
Right.
Bloodstrike, you're alive.
Don't waste my time. By any means necessary. You call on me? Of course.
Kind of regret not getting.
Don't waste my time.
I wonder if that would work on stuff.
Master?
I don't know. Maybe I've got
You call on me?
full investigation into things.
By any means
And then obviously if you don't have this free,
necessary.
you're going to be really, really bad.
Stay out of my way. Right. Stay out of my way.
It's just fluff.
Of course.
Oh god, he's level 5.
You
He
have
has
an idea.
lots of hit points. And
I'll do what
also
I
very
must. By any means necessary.
bad. He also has
Stay out of my way. You call on me?
who knows?
Don't waste my time.
What if we spend another? Let's get attack speed.
You call on me?
Oh, our strength is 30 now. Ooh. I'm gonna press this button and I'm gonna see. No, it's okay. Pressing buttons.
Don't waste my time. You call on me?
Right. Did I mastery point? Nah. Support glyphs. Ooh, spellcasters. 25% to spawn a blood globe. Your healing causes all nearby allies to regenerate 0.5% mana, 0.5 mana per second, increased by an amount equal to 0.3% of the maximum mana for 4 seconds. So actually, you can get a lot of mana back in a very short period of time, every time you cast a spell. Ooh! Hero has a 3.5% chance, and his pets have 2% chance to silence and reduce the attack damage of enemies they damage by 20% for 3.5 seconds. Ooh! Spellcasters have a chance to heal everyone else, basically. And increases the drop chances from all groups by 20%. So, it
Don't
stacks.
waste
So the
my
idea is you want to
time.
find these things called artifacts, which sound very, very nasty. I don't know, guys. Where did we go? We'll go that way. I don't know if I can take that group yet. Doing quite good.
Stay out of my way.
I'm gonna play for a whole nother
Right.
minute, I think.
By any means necessary.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want?
No, we're going across the
I await your counsel. Don't waste my time. Right. your counsel. Don't waste my time.
Strike.
By any means necessary. Stay out of my way.
Outbreak's a really nice dot, but it costs 8% of my current hit points.
How will this benefit
Somehow
me?
it feels like it just isn't worth the damage.
I'll do what I must. Right. Of course. Stay out of my way. By any means necessary.
That guy's a level 4 boss.
You call on me?
No.
Right.
That guy's a level 4 boss. Maybe not. He actually
I
is the guy
await
from
your counsel.
Nice Crown Citadel.
You call on me? Stay out of my way. Of course. Don't waste my time.
The chances that's the very
I'll do what I must. Vanquish the weak.
I love the custom dialogue these days.
Yes?
How will this benefit me?
That was exactly the one thing I didn't want to pick up.
Master?
I await your counsel. Of course. Stay out of my way. I'll do what I must.
Oh, I mean, shut up.
Don't waste my time. By any means necessary. Right.
Well, it looks like I gotta do some very bad
We're under
things.
attack!
I
No
pulled
one
them.
can oppose
The
me.
Alliance expedition. Well, I think you can actually choose whether you're Team 1 or Team 2, so if you wanted to, you could play as the Alliance. You don't have to play
Stay out of my way.
and I think that means you can actually play against
This one
the
is
players.
mine.
If you were so inclined.
By any means
good.
necessary.
It seems very well thought out, and the person behind it is just
How
incredible.
will this benefit me?
Also,
I'll do what I
you know,
must.
it's the only game that lets me play with the goddamn zombies the way I need to.
I await your counsel. Vanquish the
Yes?
weak. You call on me? By any means necessary. I'll do what I must. Of course. We got time to time. I await your counsel. Stay out of my way. By any means necessary. None can
Does
oppose
feel
me.
pretty great raising an army of zombies.
Vanquish the
Zombies
weak.
just like beautifully notice and do.
Stay out of my way.
Also,
You have
that
an idea.
Unholy Fury is just great. Survivor merchant.
How will this benefit me?
Let's talk to this lad, eh?
You have an idea?
Investigate this and see if that opens that door.
Of course.
Nah.
Right.
Oh, dudes. What are the chances there's
I'll do
another
what I
puzzle?
must.
Eh? What if some of this
Stay out of my way.
puzzle business? It's
By
multiple
any
people.
means necessary.
Yeah,
Of
it does.
course.
What you want?
Thought it was
Zup,
worth it
zup.
to give us a dude.
Loktar!
Don't waste my time. Right.
Let's talk to this man, eh? So, intelligence items contains sells items that provides attributes most fitting for intelligence heroes. Agility items, strength items. Purchase with powerful shadow crystals. So what if I? Oh my god! All right. Increase mana regen. What have we got? 400. Oh, we could buy something. We could buy something. Probably. These are probably not very useful for us. We should switch to something more appropriate. But, you know, 3 mana per 5 seconds, 8% spell reduction. Feels very dirty, doesn't it? Very League of Legends-y. Gloves of Haste. Oh, we're going for attack speed. 80 mana, 15%. Blast Sword, Spellblade. On-hit effects. Ooh. Lifesteal. Vampiric Scythe, guys. We know what they've been looking at. Auto attacks restore 1.5 mana. That's pretty good. Look at this. Strength items. Armor, health, armor. 3 health per second. Guys, it's a rejuvenating globe. Does that not look familiar? Ruined mask. Spell reduction. Attacks against you restore 1 mana. Reflects incoming melee damage. Oh man. Doesn't that feel good for a tank? Attacks 10%, chance to stun. Endless treasure chest. 1 gold, 12 seconds. So you get that, walk away for, 20 hours, come back, buy everything. Dark Shaman's Hood. Firelord's Breastplate. Silver Bow. This is pretty great. So you've got to have the objects before you can turn them into these amazing things. Every time you summon a unit, it will permanently gain 5 armor and 25 spell reduction. That's not great if, you're not resummoning it. Heroes minions, 3% chance, Q ability. Oh my god.
I await your counsel.
What are the chances as well that, unlike Warcraft, right? They actually mapped everything out so all heroes, use logical abilities like Q and E. Ooh, Frost Whisper. Ooh. Tender primary attribute. 20% attack speed, 4 health per second. Ooh. Causes 13% of damage in your melee or ranged attack to splash. Nice. Good for keeping aggro. Tolvir Desert Ring, guys. Come on. Gotta have a... let's say Cataclysm. Was it Cataclysm? Probably. Cataclysm appropriate stuff there. Sunfire Sword. There's Burning Crusade content there. Frost Whisper. I think it was a dagger. Ring of Blood. Ooh, every 60 seconds summon 4 Blood Nose. Restore 5% of maximum mana when taking a blood thing. Oh my god. Lightbringer. That's a fucking vanilla item, that is. That Impaler. Nightball Pendant. Throm's Hand. Throms? I don't know. Sacrificial Tome. Sacrifices a target friendly unit. Your hero gains 1 permanent bonus to primary attribute and restores mana. Oh, guys. I'm a fucking Death Knight and I summon ghouls at the yin yang. Can you imagine if I just sacrificed all of them? Over and over and over again. These are crazy items. How great are they? Arc Power. Oh, causes spellcaster to refund 7 mana. Serpent Ring. Spellcaster with 40% chance to summon a mobile ward near you. The chance is increased by an amount equal to 15% of your primary attribute. Oh, nice. Each ward shoots enemies for 35 PS damage and lasts 20 seconds. Hand of the Magi. 10 mana per 5 seconds. Arcane Aura. Ooh, increases damage dealt by damaging type effects by 15%. Effective on hit items by 50%. Jesus, last one. Attacks ability with a 10% chance to get parried, ignoring damage dealt and performing a counter attack that deals damage equal to 200% of your strength. Ooh. This damage is registered as a magic auto attack. Elemental Orb. Ooh. Use randomly switches between the 3 orb powers that last until it is switched. The effect triggers effects that unproc spellcast. So, every 8 seconds you can try and get Fire, splash damage for 10 damage and additional 35% of primary attributes, so it could be a lot. Frost, attack chills the target, reducing its movement speed by 50% and its attack speed by 25 for 3 seconds, or Shadow increases attack speed by 20%. Nice. Whenever a friendly enemy or enemy unit dies, there is a 25% chance to summon a Void Tendril at its corpse, which deals chaos spell damage, has spell immunity, and the tentacle will attack nearby enemies and has a duration equal to 20% of your primary attribute. My god. Ooh. Obtaining shadow crystals grants 1 stack of this item and increases the primary attribute by 1, but consumes them and you do not gain their resource. Damaging an enemy causes 1 shadow blast per stack, but deals 30 damage and restores 1 mana. Cannot occur more than once every 3 seconds. Crown of Infinity. Every 6 points of primary attribute increases the damage dealt by damaging types' abilities by 1%. There's some cool stuff. I don't know. I'm trying to point out basically that everything's amazing and you should play it. Basically, 35% increased attack damage. Whoa! Dark Ranger's Longbow. I've seen that before. Volgindia. How nice is that? When you're low on mana, it regenerates mana. And all enemies around you are affected by Frost Aura. Ooh, lifesteal. So yeah, this is basically a lot to unpack and a lot to digest. And so
Don't
much
waste
to do.
my time.
40 minutes later, you know. But I'd like to play this with you guys if you're interested.